My name is Braylon.
And I'm Dawn.
We want to tell you the story of our church, New Perspective Community. Officially, we opened on November 25, 2017, but our community started about 19 months before that. It was just after Easter weekend in 2016 when Pine House Drive Seventh-day Adventist Church started a new small group study called The Quest for Answers, looking for Jesus in the Holy Land.
The group that gathered at Pastor Douglas Pereira's house seemed to be a random group of people coming together to study and worship. But what they didn't know at that time was that God had a plan for this group, a dream, a mission. This group was very invested in their studies and bonded together in friendship and Bible study. At this point, the small group started discussing the possibility of planting a church.
The group continued to meet in the fall of 2016 and were praying and studying for a church model that would be most meaningful for the city of Saskatoon. This group had a deep sense of community and was looking for a way to be more involved in the community of Saskatoon, reaching out to show the love of God. They wanted others to experience the sense of fellowship they were experiencing. They didn't want to plant a church just for the sake of having another church in the city, but to bring something new for a mission they felt they were called to do.
The group was small at first. In fact, in December of 2016, there were only 32 people, 16 adults and 16 children, making up the group when they decided to move forward and launch a new church. They started to transition from worshiping at Pine House Drive Church to worshiping at home church. It was different for most members, as they had never been part of a home church before. Following the recommendations of the Manitoba-Saskatchewan Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the home church remained a closed group, not accepting new members, in order to focus on the development of a secure vision, mission, and strategy for the newly planted church.
By March of 2017, the group was only meeting in homes for church. Sometimes it was at Lund's home and sometimes it was at Pereira's home, but it was always a great worship experience full of love, learning, and laughing. They spent Sabbaths together, having a service in the morning, lunch together, and the afternoons were spent in discussion about what this new church needed to be to carry out the mission they felt was sent from God.
The group worked many hours on what they felt were core values God wanted them to have, a mission and a vision statement, and ministries were set up, and a name was chosen, New Perspective Community. The group took the church plant proposal to the ManSask Conference leadership on May 18, 2017, and was approved on May 29th, with additional approval to officially launch in the fall of 2017.
The group didn't have a traditional church building waiting for them, so they decided to use the facility of the Adventist Christian School in Saskatoon. The first time they met at the school was on October 21, 2017. The gymnasium was big enough to have worship and luncheon and room for the kids to play.
The group was given permission to invite a few more families to join them for worship to see how they would like the worship style. 5 weeks flew by, and New Perspective Community was ready to open its doors.
On November 25, 2017, over 100 people came to help New Perspective Community celebrate its grand opening. Since then, NPC has been involved in the community and around Saskatoon, making sure to focus on the mission sent by God.
There was a lot to celebrate on June 16, 2018, when New Perspective Community was officially given the status of company instead of group. That meant NPC was growing and transitioning. Elder David Ripley came to help NPC celebrate. Now we are celebrating another anniversary, 2 years of NPC, and a new status of church. God has blessed us with more growth, more dreams, more ways to fulfill His mission. We are excited to bring God's love to Saskatoon and beyond. Hey Braylon, NPC still doesn't have a permanent building, but do we need a building to be a church?
No,
So if the church isn't a building, what is it?
it's the people.
And what a special group of people New Perspective Community is. Remember, love God,
Love all,
serve God.
serve all.
God bless New Perspective Community as it works for His kingdom.